Okay, welcome to Let's Talk World. Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in for today's episode of Let's Talk World. And Let's Talk World is about featuring individuals who have the passion in their heart of doing what they are actually supposedly doing, not getting paid 9 to 5 on a job or something, or pursuing their dreams no matter what. And anything that any roadblocks that they go through, they still keep on going. They rain or shine, they breathe or not, they wake up in the morning and say, I am doing this. Those are the individuals that I invite here in my show because I want to learn from them. It's really good to know about your story, how you are actually how do you do this every single day? Because I see you all around featuring yourself wherever on the social media or in person here in Las Vegas. My next guest today is somebody who been already on social media shows. He's a comeback guest actually. This is not his first rodeo, yes. But this guy is actually born in Dayton, Ohio, but now called Las Vegas home.
Correct.
And at his early age, he uncovered the music is his real passion. My guest today is an independent artist, performed internationally and locally. And for the record, help me welcome Mr. Tre'Sure for the hashtag for the record. Where's our confetti, right? Hashtag for the record. See how I put that together?
Yeah.
For the record,
Yes.
hashtag for the record.
Absolutely.
Anyways, by the way, his name spelled as Tre'Sure.
Yeah, that's correct.
Welcome back to our
Well,
show.
thank you, Maria. I appreciate you having me back.
Thank you so much. So thank you for gracing my show again. I know that the
My
last time that
pleasure.
I have you is I don't have much time to talk to you because my co-host talk more than me. So, anyways, so how are you? How are you this time of this COVID anyway?
Oh yeah, it's been a challenge a little bit for everybody, but we've been so blessed. I think the last time I was on your show was a couple years ago.
Yes, 2 years
and,
ago.
And I've had this band that I currently have. I go as a solo artist, but with the band I call Dreamstone, which is patterned off of my business, which I call Dreamstone,
Dreamstone,
LLC.
yes.
And but we have been so blessed to have worked in the past 7+ years consistently every weekend
That's
until COVID. And no one's crying over spilled milk because the whole world is experiencing the same thing.
Exactly. It's not only us. It's
Yeah,
everybody. Like
it was-
everybody's crying.
Yeah,
So
everybody's whining and crying.
yes.
But we've been blessed. I know some of my musicians were, having a tougher time than others. But I send weekly messages via email or text to
That's
keep
amazing.
everybody's spirits up.
Oh, but I
Um,
never received the
and,
text.
I send them all the information on applying for unemployment and whatever we can do as a small business, trying to help and everything like that.
Oh
So,
my God, bless
it's-
your heart.
but that keeps it going.
You have a good heart.
Yeah,
I don't wanna. I don't
try
wanna say bless your heart because I know that they actually misinterpret in some states. But you have a good heart.
Yeah, I try to. But we hadn't played for 5 months, but I kept communications and everything. And blessingly, we got a call from one of the agents to go perform at a casino in Indio, California, Fantasy Springs Casino, at the end of August.
Wow.
We
That's
went down.
we're opening. Actually, I believe Harris, the big Elvis show, is opened last week. So I am kind of thinking that everything is start to opening up.
Yeah, I talked to one of the agents, and after everybody heard the message, the governor said, "Well, we can open up, just have capacity or whatever, and blah blah blah." But right now, currently, they're still doing solo duels and like trio acts in the major spots. And I said, "So what's going on?" He said, "Well, he's reached out to the other entertainment directors and people of that nature, but most of them are still at home getting unemployment." So they haven't come
That
even
is
to
too
their.
small.
They haven't come into the casinos yet to actually go to work. So they have to figure out if this is going to last. Because if something happens and we get a uprise and the governor goes, "Hey, we're shutting it down," and they've gone back to work and given up their unemployment, then they're stuck again. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So he said,
that's kind of yeah. I'm back to work and I'm still getting my unemployment half, but
Yeah.
it's still good. I have no clue. Yeah, but I got what you mean.
Yeah.
I totally understand them because we really don't know what's going on.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
we gotta have to keep our the financial thing
thing
that
steady. These guys, these are guys who are in these spots making probably three figures a year more, high three figures a year. So to give up their little unemployment to go back to work and be there for a month or two, then we have a uptick, and then they have to give it up. Then they're starting all over again with nothing. So that's where everybody's kind of like, well, I don't know
Well,
yet. Let's
you know
wait.
what this is one of the issue or the problem that we're facing right now. I wanted to know what this government is doing for this kind of situation because a lot of workers right now is trying not to go back to work because of this reason. It's not because they don't want to go work. They want to go work. They just want to maintain. We need actually an ordinance saying that yes, you can have this and you can have that. Just go back to work. I think we need that.
Yeah, and what I've shared with a couple of the agents is going down to Fantasy Springs Casino. They're doing. I said they need to check them out because they have it. They sort of have it down. They've
Yeah.
been open since probably about July.
July, yes.
Bands from LA and bands from Vegas are going down there every
Yes,
weekend.
they're
Friday
actually
and Saturday.
getting out of Vegas.
They're going down to Fantasy Springs Casino. But what I noticed is that they're running it very strict. You come in there, check your temperature. They got masks. They got antibacterial everything laying around. They're encouraging social distancing. When the band plays, we have to wear masks all the whole time
God.
until we on stage. But they have
until you that makes sense.
But they have security on each side of the stage. They're watching us and they're watching the bar. They're watching the audience. They're doing half capacity. However, people on the dance floor like this, and as soon as they see someone pull their mask down, security is over there going, "Hey, put it on or get out." I mean, they're not playing.
Oh my
So
God.
and this has been
Well,
going on since about July. So
that
they've
is
been
good.
successful.
Yeah, I think that's good. That's really okay. Well, I'm against that mask, so I don't know what to say. Anyways, let's get back to you. You actually you are working on a project, on a CD project right now called
Right.
with Soul of a Kind
So-
Entertainment Level. Let's talk about that.
Okay, this is a label my wife and I started, Soul of a Kind.
Shout out to her, to his wife.
Yeah, she's
The
the
name?
co-founder, Sabrina. She's the co-founder of Dreamstone LLC. She actually is my personal manager along with me, and she manages the band as well. So we do it together, but there's a lot of things that I can't do. I have a lot years of experience, and she's a fast learner, and we've been together
Amazing.
23 years. So now
Congratulations.
thank you. She gets it. So
How does she keep up with you?
oh man, she's pretty sharp. She's a fast learner. She's a
That's
smart
good.
cookie. And,
She's a smart cookie. Yeah, that's why you cannot outsmart her.
No, yeah,
Yes.
she's oh man, she knows more than what she need to know most a lot of times, but
That's always a plus.
but she's been my right hand. But we started that, but as other projects come along, we have to kind of like put it on the back burner. So right now, I'm working with a guy who is a manager to some other celebrities, and I'm looking at releasing the material on his label because he has
Can we mention the name?
I'm not gonna mention his name
Okay.
right now. I want to
Okay.
wait till everything manifests. But because he has more contact in the industry.
Oh,
So if I do it
nice.
on his independent label, and then we're working on getting a
Don't
public
forget me.
relations.
Don't forget me when you get up there, okay? When you go to the Oscars or whatever Grammys, make
No,
sure I'm make sure I have a ticket.
oh, we'll make sure that. But we're working on a public relations team and publicists so that we can. With the plan right now is to release a single every 4 months for the next year,
Amazing.
and then so that now Treasure officially becomes a household name as we move the music to Asia, to Europe, and then we go out actually as Treasure and not be looked at as just a Vegas top 40 band.
Yeah.
So we can
You want to be
earn more.
international. You want to hit every my friend called it spot yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah, everything.
the
So
world. I
yeah,
want
the
to I
world.
want to
Yeah.
touch the
You
world.
don't want to actually just segregate yourself right here in Vegas. I just want to be
Right.
in Vegas. You want to expand, and I always say this that a lot of businesses their biggest mistake is not expanding. And I totally understand money wise too is it's hard, but expansion. Do expansion, guys. Either way, however you want to do it, expand.
That's right.
You don't just stay in Vegas. No, it's
Yeah,
not
so
everything is
that's
in Vegas.
yeah.
But
We have a. If you listen to, if you go onto our one of the sites, you'll see I have a. The first single is titled Gucci.
and your website is
Dreamstone is www.dreamstonellc.com. www.dreamstone, one word, dreamstonellc.com.
check
And
it
that's
out.
that's where we're posting everything. We have Instagram and Twitter. We're trying to work up those things too. And we just built a. My drummer helped me build my new
Website.
Treasure YouTube site.
Oh,
We have nothing up there yet because
but it's coming up.
Yeah, this is going to be just for Treasure, the original solo artist, not for top 40. Every single that we release, there's going to be a video to go along with it, and that's going to be for the touring professional recording artist
Amazing.
Treasure. So that's
That's
what that site's going to be for.
Well, shout out to our YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Periscope, Facebook viewers and social media show subscribers. Shout out to you guys. Go on his website so you can find everything. Well, I want to find something too. I know that you started discovering your talent at age 10, but you were in arts institute at age 10. So how this happened? How what is the transition? What actually blow your mind like, "Oh, hold on, I don't want to do this. I want to do this."
You know what? It's a story that we have to stick to our truths. I came from a family of 8 children. My mother was a single parent with 8 children.
Oh my God. Tell your
I-
mom good job because I'm a single parent.
It's yes, and she will be 88 years old next month.
Oh.
She takes no drugs, never drank, never
Yep.
smoked.
Oh, I smoke and I drink.
She runs. She walks at least 4 miles Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And Tuesday and Thursday she does weight training with my sister, who's a personal trainer.
Oh my God.
She takes no medication.
I want your mom here.
She takes no medication.
She has better story than you, I think.
Yeah, for sure. She's sharp as we are mentally. We talk once a week, at least once a week, about everything from love, life, politics, the whole nine. She is.
Oh my
I
God,
call her
she's
my
amazing.
shero. She's very amazing.
She's a hero.
She's very amazing. And
Mama, I want you to come to Las Vegas and sit down right here. We're gonna top off this show.
and the one thing is that when I'm the fourth of the 8, and I helped my mother to raise the last 4 under me from the time I was like 12. And when the other brother and 2 sisters left home.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting out of school, my mother's going to work. So I had to be big brother daddy to these
Oh
other
my
ones.
God.
So that was one thing. But early on, I was the kid who was not like the other ones. So to speak, I had this creative, musicians they have a different focus of the way they move. My
Yes.
sister's straight A students. My brother was very smart, but he was just kind of wild, loose kind of guy, later on. But me being that 4th child, I was the one, and I hate to say, I was the one that was a little mean. Not mean just to be mean.
I think it's sarcastic.
No, not even sarcastic.
Really?
I just did. They play cards. They jump rope. They play hopscotch. They play Monopoly. I was a guy who had my own little adventures. I was different, and they used to tease me, so I would fight everybody. And then it got to a point where my mother told me at one point, about 10, 11 years old, she said, if you hurt one of your brothers or sisters, I'm not going to forgive you. You have to control that temper. That changed me. So
See,
I was
a single word can change you.
It really, because we all are very close to my mother. We love my mother to death, and she loves her kids. And I just, like I said, I just had to get control of myself. So in the third grade, I would go to school. I was sort of the same way. And there was a teacher, my mother didn't see me as, I was different at school than I was at home. And my mother thought that I was the same
All over.
guy at home. But at school, I was a smart kid. But my mother didn't believe it. She said, no, he's not that. He's not. I can't believe that. My teacher said, he comes home and says, what did he do? He finished his work, and then I couldn't figure out nothing else for him to do. I have him, stack the books or wash the boards, and because he's just so creative. My mother said, nah, she didn't believe it. She didn't believe it to the point, even when my teacher told her, she said, so you know what? I'm going to have him repeat the third grade. She's got 8 kids. All the rest of them are in line. I'm the guy who's like, fighting her. She didn't want to believe it. She sent me to summer school and put me back.
Oh,
because I was that mean around the other kids. She just wanted to get something out of me. So she put me back. She sent me to summer school. And while I was there, one of the teachers was like, why are you here? Because she's like, this kid don't need to be here. But then she saw that not only was I good in school, I was very creative and artistic. So I would draw and draw and draw. And she said, this guy has a special talent. Now, this was a white teacher, young, 25 years old. She drove to my house, told my mother, your son has a special talent. He does not need to be in summer school with these other boneheads. He's very smart, and he's extremely creative, and he draws phenomenal. So she said, I want to pay for him to go to the Dade Art Institute.
Oh, wow.
So she paid for me to go to the Dade Art Institute and for exceptional kids. And then I'm in there at 10 years old with adults drawing models posing.
Can you still draw up to now?
I dwiddle, but it was, back then it was just I was so passionate about it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they would have a model with no clothes on, with sheer or satin, and I'm in there with adults, and I'm looking around like, this woman's naked. Don't everybody see? But they're not paying no attention. I'm 10. You got to think a 10-year-old boy going like, what? But I had to be.
That must be fun.
I had to grow fast, grow up fast.
Yeah, that's good.
And it made me grow up and mature fast. But then after a year, they're going there on Saturdays. Every Saturday, I stay with my grandmother because she only lived like a mile from it. My brother would walk me to the Dayton Art Institute. My cousin would pick me up, and I was passionate about it. But at the same time, I came up in a neighborhood where nothing but musicians. Music was all around me, and I realized that it was a natural talent. And my brother would hear me sing it, and he would force me to sing. And then realize that.
And your brother, is it older brother or
older
younger?
brother? He's 4 years older.
He saw something on you.
Yeah, he saw more in me than my mother and
Yes.
everybody else did. He was like, y'all don't know this guy. He's really good. So he was the one that pushed me, and to this day, he's my biggest fan.
Amazing, yeah.
And so from that point, at 11 years old, my uncle gave me a guitar. I taught myself to play, and I started my own band. Everybody was older than me.
What's the name of the band?
What we called back then, it was like the Young Determinations.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is so amazing. You actually named that band with what's in your heart.
Yeah, the Young Determinations.
Yeah. So who would think about that name if you don't have that
the
determination in your
Young
heart?
Determinations. I was 11 years old, and all the musicians in the band were 2 and 3 years older than me, but they followed me. So they felt that passion that they had, but I was a leader. And I've been that way ever since.
Yeah, I can see that.
Through
Yes.
every band.
See,
The rest of my life.
I read people based on their action and their, how they talk, and I can see that leadership in you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And talking about leadership, you were actually a part of the track team in high school.
Yes, we won the state track in high school. I had a coach who believed in me. I tried to play football, got knocked out. I realized that wasn't for me. Basketball, I was only okay. My brothers and sisters, younger sisters, were even better than me. That's not saying that I was bad. They were exceptional. And my sisters are a set of twins that were 6 years younger. Brother, 2 years younger, 3 years younger, and my older brother. Everybody was better than me in basketball. And
Sometimes it's only in your mind.
yeah, it was.
Now it's only in your mind.
They were
You were good. Yeah.
I was good. They
I-
were exceptional, and but I realized that the music and the coach, saw, he was like, Brown, you're just a quitter. You're a quitter. And we went out, and he said he want everybody to run a 600. We got out there, and I just ran by everybody, and that's distance. And I found out that I wasn't even a distance runner. I became a sprinter hurdler.
But that's really good because that helps you pay your college, correct?
Yeah, and I went. Well, actually, I went to college I had offers all over the country, but I was trying to decide where I wanted to go. So I waited to go second semester, and I went in as a walk-on and ended up becoming MVP for
Wow,
that.
congratulations.
For as a freshman walk-on, I was beating all the sprinters and the hurdlers on the track team as a walk-on. So I told the coach, I said, well, maybe if I come back, maybe I could get a full scholarship. He said, we'll see what we can do. And that wasn't good enough for me. See what we can do.
So what did you
No, so what I decided, in the summer, I worked at General Motors during the summer. And when it was time to go back to school, I asked the coach, have we worked that out? And he hadn't worked it out yet. I said, you know what, I'm not going to wait on that. I rose my hand and went into the military. And
Yes.
supposedly for 3 years, ended up staying 26.
26 years in the military? Well,
In the
thank you for
Army.
your
Well,
service.
thank you.
Thank you. I'm not going to call you Tre'Sure because in the service you are Mr. Brown.
Yeah, yes.
Brown.
First Sergeant Brown, Master Sergeant Brown.
Yes. So how is it that journey?
I have no regrets. I put bands together or did some music some way, somehow, for the majority of my career, and then I ended up being the first soldier selected for the Army's first All-Army Soldier Show in 1984.
Wow.
They picked 28 people worldwide from the Army to do a world tour All-Army Soldier Show. I was the first soldier selected. And then I was told that I was the only one that they selected that did not have formal training. The board members that they had sitting on there selecting people from videotapes, they saw me and they said, he's got the it factor. Now, I was told this by the producer of the show and someone else who sat on the board, which is a very famous Hollywood actor and a one who was on Broadway. When they told me that, they just said, you're the only one who was not formally trained that just had the it factor. And
That's
was like,
probably
wow.
one of that's probably inspires you to move forward
It did.
with music.
It did.
Yes.
It did. I ended up doing singing, dancing, modern dancing, everything, and I was not trained in any of that stuff, but I picked everything up around me, and it was a great experience. And they wanted me to come back for years while I was still in the military, because at the time I had been in maybe about 7, 8 years, and they wanted me to come back every year, but I would not go back because it was so much work, and it was just too much
But the
work.
good thing on this journey, Treasure, is you traveled around Europe, including
Right.
Germany, right?
Right, all over Germany.
All over
I
Germany.
got a chance to do so much. The band that I put together they thought was so good that before I even went on the tour with the Soldier Show, they took us all out of our jobs and sent us on tour of Europe with just our band, the band that I put together called Hot Ticket, and it was.
Were you married then or single?
I was.
Oh, you're
I was
married.
married to my first wife at the time.
Oh.
Yeah, and we toured
How
all
old
over
are
Europe.
you? Now that makes me thinking. I normally don't ask age on my show because I don't want to give age either. But well, you don't have to answer if you don't want to.
But I've been around for decades.
So you were retired in the army in 2014.
2004.
Oh, 2004. I
Yeah.
wrote it down wrong, but 2004.
I
Oh my God!
retired.
Yeah, that's why I was like 2014.
So I'll let you do the math.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, don't ask me math right now because all my thing right now is all questions. And you were actually chosen to front in LA the Motown called Ozone.
Yeah, a band called Ozone.
Say,
King C and
tell us
Ozone.
more about that.
When I first moved to Vegas, my wife and I we retired together, and moved to Vegas, and trying
sure,
to
she
find
was
her
in the-
place.
she
She
was,
was a
yeah,
she was a
service too.
DJ, and I was we were working together, managing me and trying to find a spot. There was a guy who saw me. My wife had a karaoke DJ show. She was the host. And a guy saw me singing, and he said, "Man, my friend is looking for, my friend from the band Ozone. He's looking for a lead singer. Man, I keep telling him about you," not knowing that the guy was the founder of the group Ozone, who at the time was also, this guy was the bass player who had been with Little Richard for years, and he was the founder of Ozone. Ozone was the band. They came from Nashville, Tennessee. They went to L.A., and that band, 10-piece band, basically became the Motown's version of the Funk Brothers. Motown in LA's version.
Oh wow!
Remember the Funk Brothers were Motown Detroit.
Mhm.
When they moved to Los
LA.
Angeles, this group Ozone was like that version.
Wow!
But they were younger guys, bigger band, big band, and they were, they ended up being the band behind Tina Marie.
Oh wow!
And they did her first song together, created their first song together, a song called Behind the Groove. Charles Glenn, one of my favorite bass players in the world, and that he was the one that hired me for Ozone.
Wow!
And they did several albums and everything. But,
So have you met or performed with like big artists?
he was trying to set something up to perform for us to do a show with Tina Marie, but that never manifested. But then I formed a band with a group here in town that I was telling you about earlier. But along the journey, I left after 7 years. I left that band because I was offered a job with another band, LTD. A lot of people remember, they know LTD, Love, Togetherness, Devotion. Their lead singer was Jeffrey Osborne. All of their hits, everybody remembers the song Back in Love Again and Love Ballad. I have never
His
been
voice.
so much in love. And
Oh my
we
God!
both deserve each other's love.
Am I listening to the person right next to me,
Yeah.
or it's a CD?
But Jeffrey Osborne sang those songs with the group before he left. And I guess they took a hiatus for years, and then when they decided to get back in the groove of things, I worked in Ozone with a drummer who was with Ozone named Derek Organ. Derek and his brother Tommy, who plays guitar, they've played behind everybody from Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Maxwell. They've worked with so many people, and he was the one that recommended me to LTD. So I had 5 great years with LTD as their lead singer. So this kind of caused some conflict with the band that I had co-founded in town,
Mm-hmm.
and so we just separated, and I
Yes.
just did it with
You
LTD
have to choose, yes.
and then formed my own band, Tre'Sure and Dreamstone, and that's how that came about. But while there, I was offered jobs with other places like Midnight Star, to tour with Midnight Star. That didn't manifest because the guy that I was supposed to replace, who's a great friend of mine right now, he came to Las Vegas to form Tony Braxton's band. when she had her residency.
Oh,
And then he decided not to stay, so he went back. So I never got that job. And then
is that show still on here in Vegas?
no, no,
No.
no. She's been gone for years. Then I worked with.
I used to love her songs.
Oh
so
yeah, yeah.
anyway.
Tony was great. So,
Yeah, it's yeah.
and since then,
Unbreak My Heart.
yeah,
My favorite.
exactly.
That's my favorite. But anyways, your journey is really like it's amazing journey. I know you enjoyed it a lot. What is your biggest achievements?
Oh, you know.
Achievements because
Well,
there's
I
a
think,
lot.
I think there's some. The ones to come are going to be the actual solo project that I'm going to do myself with my original stuff. But since then, since the LTD stint, I was able to. I was flown to Memphis, Tennessee, for 3 months, for about 4 or 5 days at a time, to replace the original lead vocalist of the Barcades, Larry Dotson. A lot of people know
I'm
the
so happy
Barcades
for you.
from.
Make sure don't forget me when you get
Yeah,
there.
they got so many hits, but that didn't work out because really I'm not a Southern guy. So
You
I
can
kind
be.
of mentioned to it, and I asked them, maybe they should go with the guy who's down south. I'm not, because I don't really care for the South that well. So they chose a guy from down south. I was the number one pick. They went with the number two.
Do you think you kind of let go an opportunity?
Oh, you know what? I love the Barcades. Oh my God, and the guy who's there is doing a great job. And it's part of me like, oh, I love those songs, but that was not really for me. But recently, I was offered another opportunity that did not work out. Was to asked by Larry Blackman of Cameo to tour with Cameo. And
So what happened? What
So-
happened?
so-
You're
so-
making my eyes gets bigger.
so because
I think you are actually prepared for bigger things.
yes, and really to put it frankly, there was great opportunity on many levels, financially and everything. But I've already started Tre'Sure and Dreamstone Journey, and dates that he was offering me, we were already booked. And even though I was only making a fraction of the money I was offered, I've already asked these other musicians and gotten their loyalty and commitment. Those who are truly loyal and committed to me, I have to be loyal and committed to
I
them.
love that.
All money is not good. It's not good money, and it's
I
not
love
worth
that.
it.
I love that. It's not just all about money. Think about. I think it's richness is about the people that support around you, not the money, not the dollar sign.
Yeah.
Because these are all your richness,
Yeah, yeah. I chose these guys, sold them on my
You guys
vision.
better be thanking him
And-
all until you die.
And if I just took some extra money for a few gigs and leave these guys hanging, and then when I come back and say, "Okay, guys, let's do this,"
Yeah,
and
let's
they're
shoot
gonna
his
look at me-
head. No, just
they're gonna be
kidding.
like, "Yeah," they're like, "No,
Yeah,
man,
that-
he'll
and-
run out on you."
And you know what I seen why you did what you did is because it's part of you as in the service.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's part-
because a lot of the people in the service they have a word of honor. They have that when they say something, promise you they will freaking do it no matter what, even though they go through a lot of bullets, they will go through it. And I think that's why you did what you had to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want to lose that word of honor, that
Yeah,
brotherhood,
it's a
that
lot.
everything.
The thing about me though is that I was already taught that by Geraldine Brown, my mother.
Yes, that's right.
The Army just helped me to fine tune
Yes.
and stay
Enhance
focused on
it. Yes, enhance all what you already learned from young.
Right.
And that comes up with my next question. Who is your biggest inspiration? I know it's your mom, but who I know mom is mom,
Yeah.
you're on the top, but who is who's the next one? Who's the number two?
You know what? I can't pinpoint a number two because everything, the foundation to me, is really not only music but life. She set such a foundation of being honorable and in what I do in life in general. So it's my whole standard of life. Character, integrity. We've talked through the years, and she's like, "Baby, whatever you do, no matter who you're in a position, you're in a leadership position, people work for you. You always be truthful, honorable, let your morals speak for itself, and don't ever cheat anybody for trying to make two more dollars to for whatever reason to make a point. She said, that's who, let your integrity stand for itself, because at the end of the day, nothing is more important than a peace of mind.
I love your mom.
Oh
I
man.
want to meet your mom now.
Yeah, she said a peace of mind.
Mom, you must be so proud with this guy. Good-looking guy, talented, phenomenal artist, and good leader, and everything. I think you are actually Mr. Treasure of all trade. I called somebody Jack of all trade a few weeks ago, and they told me no, the first name and all trade. So I am changing to that. Well, that's a really good journey that you're going through. I know you have a lot more coming up, and let us know what's coming up. What is the future for Treasure?
Well, the future, what we have going on right now, I should put this on my phone so I don't forget. We're doing a video on demand with a gentleman who by the name Ron McCrory, and we should be shooting the end of next week, and I'm going to give you the information off that. This is the base of it. The feature of it is going to be a stage play, Obama versus Trump comedy.
Oh gosh, yeah, I want them both.
Yes. So there's going to be a lot. It's going
to be funny.
Yeah, they have script, but then they're leaving some of it open, because these comedians that are on the show, they're so creative off the top of their head. And as you see, there's so many things in the news every day. So by the time they shoot, they're going to want to address some of these issues.
I love it. Yeah, I'm going to be the first one who's in there in the show, because I've been browsing on that. I'm like, holy cow, I was gonna call them, but then I got really busy. But yeah, please let them know. I want them in my show.
So some of the people in the show, the stage play is going to be the feature of the show, and there's going to be a lot of local best of Las Vegas talents in there. I know we have.
There's a lot of them actually.
Yeah, one of the groups are out of L.A. called Stay in Your Lanes. They live here now, most of them. Mm-hmm. There's Bobby Rose and Friends. Mm-hmm. And a lot of L.A. people know Bobby Rose and Greg Rose. You can go Google them. They've been on Soul Train in the past and things like that. And he has people on his show with his band. Grady Harrell. You could Google Grady. Artist Debonair, who does a great James Brown. E.C. Adams locally. E.C. does a great job.
Yes.
Good talented artist.
Shout out. He's been on my show several times.
Yeah, E.C. does a great job. He's got a guy, Seville, out of Chicago, who used to be at the Group Next movement. Queen Aries, who was, Queen used to sing with me. Most of them lead and backing vocals, and she's open for a lot of people like saying background with Tina Marie, Shaka Khan, people like that. Then you have is a singer, Habaka. Then they're going to have the Next Movement, out of Chicago. They're phenomenal. Who else do they have on there? And I know, and then they're going to have us, Treasure and Dreamstone. I was assigned to be the house band coordinator. But there's going to be several people on that show. Great talent.
Yes.
And tickets are like,
and
I think,
they can
$40.
actually go find that on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see all of those things that they have. And also, we feature you on Vegas Live with Nino a few weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And it's all in there. So they're all talking about it. Is this the Calizona?
It's the Calizona Festival.
Yes.
Go to www.c as in Charlie, Z as in Zulu, V as in Victor, festival.com. And you can get your tickets at www.helmtickets.com. That's HELM tickets.com. And you'll find out more, and type in hashtag 200. That's my code. And again, people on the comedy stage play, you got comedian AJ Jamal, Jay Lamont.
AJ Jamal, I know him.
Yeah, AJ Jamal.
He's from Chicago.
I don't know where he's originally from. I know he lives in L.A.
Okay.
But AJ
Oh no,
Jamal,
I have his comedy video with me.
yeah,
So
dark skinned brother. Yeah,
yes,
yeah, he's
yes,
funny. He's
yeah.
hilarious.
He actually yeah he performed with us at our one of our meetings. So I know him.
Yeah, AJ Jamal. I met
He
AJ
used he
years
used to
ago.
he was supposedly performing or he already performing at Treasure Island. I know not Treasure. What do you call that? Oh shucks, forgot that. Oh
You remember?
yeah. But anyways,
Have
yeah,
you
I know
seen Jay
him.
Lamont?
Yeah.
Comedian Jay Lamont. He's one of the most hilarious. This Jay
Oh
Lamont,
yes.
Miss Arkansas, who lives here in Vegas. Um, Big Red from the Five Heartbeats, who's going to be playing as Donald Trump, and then you got
Yes, I saw them at the thing
yeah,
at Vegas Live in Ninan.
and Las Vegas's own George Wallace. The stage play is
Yes,
going to be off the chain. So you
yes.
guys look it up. I think it's going to be available actually on my birthday from where it stands
When
right
is your
now.
birthday?
27 October.
And how old are you?
I will be something years
35
old.
years old. Well, anyways,
And some change.
one last question before we go.
Yes, ma'am.
We've been closed down here in Las Vegas for like 8 months now, and I heard that because of this lockdown or shutdown, music is going away or entertainment is going away. What do you think? How we come up with this as entertainers? How can we come up with this, downside with this roadblock in our life for entertainers?
You know what? It's been a challenge again. Like I said, it's been a challenge to the world, and we may be dealing with this even for some months down the road. But entertainment's not going to go away because it's really a part of our life,
Exactly.
and especially Las Vegas. It is a part of Las Vegas.
It is.
I mean,
That's what
they
makes
can only
Las
gamble.
Vegas
Yeah, they can only gamble so
so
much.
much. Yes.
They can only gamble and drink so much, man. It's really about the
No,
entertainment.
I can drink a lot, but
Whether,
not
whether,
yeah.
whether it's old school, new school, whatever it is.
I don't gamble, but I drink a lot.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. So it's gonna
Come back.
It's
right?
gonna come back.
Yeah, it's
just
gonna
gonna
come
take
back,
time.
guys. Don't listen to those people who doesn't love music. They're haters of music. All us that we love entertainment, that's why you come to Vegas all the time. They're coming back up no matter what. Look at this.
Yeah.
They're starting a show on social media. Come on, guys. It's gonna come up, right?
They even have you look at the future shows. They like right now. They even have Usher coming here in
Yes.
what's it, April sometime?
I
or
don't know
something?
exactly, but
For
I know that
for
yes.
residency. They've
Yeah,
already booked
it's
him.
not only him. I remember I forgot who is that artist, but there are a lot coming back up. So
Yeah.
don't believe that life. Music is everyone's life. Without music, even you're sad, you're happy, whatever you're feeling, your emotion actually comes with music. I'm saying that, but few years ago I said I don't want to listen to music, but I'm saying that now because you know what? I've been surrounded with musicians nowadays.
Yeah,
But-
and I think it's really you can't get around that. It's going to
No.
come back. But things we may have to do things differently for years to come. Like some of the rooms maybe have capacity and things like
Yes.
that.
But it's gonna
but
continue.
but yeah, we're just going to do it differently. Like we're doing down at Fantasy Springs Casino down in Indio, California. If you're not doing anything, we're there the 6th and the 7th, which is a Friday and Saturday of November. We're there the 4th and the 5th of December, and we're going to be there New Year's from 9 to 1 a.m.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
I'm
they're just
sleeping
doing it differently. There are not as many
But it's still
people,
coming
and they
up,
have
yeah.
the mask and everything else, but it's happening, and people are having a great time. We had a great time. We were surprised
Yep.
and came back COVID free. Thank Jesus.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Thank you, Jesus. But anyways, thank you so much
Thank you, Maria.
for coming back, and I hope to have you again in the future. Please don't be a
Absolutely.
stranger.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, viewers. Thank you so much. I hope you learn from this man's treasure of all, jack of all trade, treasure of all trade. I have to say that. But anyways, thank you so much. Don't forget, we have another show coming up tonight at Chanclas Cantina. Don't forget, they have a comedy show after our show, Two Hot Chicks. We're gonna be talking about. I'm gonna say this. I really didn't approve the topic, but my co-host wanted to talk about orgasms. So it's
What time is that on?
7 o'clock tonight. So it's at Chanclas Cantina. If you guys wanna come down, they have a bar. It's a grill and bar, and their food, their chicken wings is 50% off tonight. Just for tonight because we are there. So please come by. Don't forget to come by and wear your mask. All right. Be safe out there. Thank you so much. See you guys again next week for a brand new guest. Bye now. Watching. Enjoyed our featured guests for the day. Please visit us on socialmediashows.com, subscribe on our channel on YouTube, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope. Don't forget to share and like and comment on our show. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys again next week.